Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. Today, Boss have released their V2 software for the Boss Katana Mk2. And to celebrate that launch, I've created 8 new patches for the Boss Katana Mk2 using the V2 software with all the new features. And I'm going to upload them to the Boss Tone Exchange. You can download all of these patches for free, but in today's video, I'm going to look at those patches and demonstrate all the new features of the V2 software. One of the new effects that Boss have given us with the new V2 software is the CENTA OD. This is a Klon style overdrive pedal. Now I'm using that a lot in all of these patches, but let's demonstrate it in this particular patch here that I've called Tone. Like the Klon Centaur, it's a really versatile overdrive pedal, and you can use it from real sort of mild John Mayer style tones to real sort of quite high gain tones. So let's go on to the next patch, which I'm using it for a more sort of shred tone. If you've seen any of my Boss Katana videos, 99% of those videos have been using either the USB out or the direct out the back of the Katana and recording inside my DAW. Now what Boss have done with this update is to give us some fantastic ways of being able to record your Boss Katana straight into your computer. What we can now do is to completely alter the way the IR sound. So we've got all these different mic options. At the moment I've chosen the condenser 451. But I can change it to a 57. We can get more of that sort of mid-focus, and we can go the other end to a ribbon. And we can change the mic distance, which is the distance it's away from the cone, and the mic position is to where the microphone is positioned on the cone, which gives us the feature to really sculpt your sound to get a variety of different guitar tones. Let's move on to the next patch, which is TSR Crunch. With the old software, I personally had a bit of an issue because what I like to do is to have a compressor first in my chain, and I normally have a compressor set up in the mod slot. You never used to be able to choose the mod slot coming before the boost section. Now if I click on the chain, in the new software we can completely change the order in which the effects come. So now I can have my compressor, which is in my mod slot, coming before the booster. Let's go on to the next patch. You might have noticed we've got this new section on the top right hand side which says Tone Shape Global EQ. With the cab resonance control and the Tone Shape Global EQ, we can really sculpt the sound to anything we want. And also I've put the Klon style pedal before the amp. Now that works really well as a real sort of light gain pedal, just to add a little bit of extra grip to your clean tone. Let's try the next patch, which I'm calling TSR CRS Clean. One of the other new features of version 2, if I go into my system, we've now got 3 different settings for our global EQ. So I can set my EQ curve and then have 3 completely different global EQs for different situations. Let's have a look at the next patch, which I've called TSR Mod Marshall. Now this is a sort of Friedman modded Marshall sort of style patch, and it sounds like this. The next new feature is using the solo function, where now we've got an EQ where we can really shape the sound, either going into the front of the Katana or after the amplifier. And we can use it for a volume boost. And then say you brought like a Les Paul and a Strat to a gig, and you pick up the Les Paul and the Les Paul is too sort of woolly in the bottom end. What we can do is to completely change the shape of the guitar going into the front of the amp. Now with this patch, I've gone for that Dumblish modded Fender sort of sound, and it sounds like this. One of the other new effects is pedal bend. If I go over to my pedal effects and I click on effects type, I can choose pedal bend, and we can set up an expression pedal to get those sort of classic sort of pedal bend effects. Now let's have a look at the last patch, which is called Vintage Fender. Now for this patch, I've gone for that sort of classic tweed Fender tone, but added a tremolo to it as well with a spring reverb. So you get all those sort of nice sort of vintage splashy sounds. I think Bosst have done an amazing job with this update, and it really caters for the way that I use the Boss Katana, which is basically plugging straight out the back of the Katana, either into an interface or into a computer. Now it makes it incredibly easy to record with the Katana now, and you get so much more options than you used to get, and it just sounds fantastic. So as I said, I'm going to upload all of those patches to the Bosst Tone Exchange, and if you've got a Boss Katana Mk II, you can download these for free. All you've got to do is to register at the Bosst Tone Exchange, click on Amplifier, click on Katana Mk2, and then search for the Studio Rats. I really hope you guys got something out of this. If you did get something out of it, don't forget to like and subscribe, click on the bell button, and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the Studio Rats. I'm Paul, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.